Hello, everyone. David and I thought that it would be a really good idea to share with all of you how Midsummer Night's Dream came about this past summer. So we were thinking, how are we going to keep our wonderful theater company alive? And we thought, well, maybe we could do a shorter version of something that we could rehearse on Zoom and possibly take it outside to film. And fortunately, we were very lucky that Upper Dublin Parks and Recreation liked our idea, and as I said, we chose a one act, very watered down, but it really seemed to work of Midsummer Night's Dream. So then we went about putting a audition call out, and we had about 30 high school and college students respond to us. Some of them were techies, most of them were actors. And from that point, we gave them some monologues to learn. And they did. We had 18 students decide that they might want to join us for our little adventure. And we cast all 18 of them, and we went to work. Let me tell you who we all are. There was, of course, me, David, Melinda, doing choreography and as well as doing some of the directing, and Janine. And we had Jillian was awesome as our stage manager. And let me tell you something, she really kept the communication going. So we really appreciated that. And Abby did help when we got to the filming. So we did 4 weeks on Zoom, and we did some breakout rooms. And I have to tell you how much I learned. And it was a lot of fun. And then after we rehearsed for 4 weeks, we decided it would be time to take it outside, and David was going to film, and he was ready to film. It got a little challenging because the weather got a little wet. So we eventually found our nights, and we chose 2 locations. One location was at Mondock. And if you've been to Mondock, you know where all the trees are, and it's very woodsy, and the picnic tables, and we found some good locations over there. And then we also were fortunate enough, one of our cast members had a great backyard, so we used her backyard, and we would go back and forth. And it took us about I'd say 5 or 6 days to get the outside filming done. The kids were great. I should say the actors were great. They knew their lines. They were ready for it. They were excited about it. And we all learned a lot. And we also had a really great time. Of course, there were lots of rules to follow. And we did. And at this point, I'm going to let David talk to you a little bit about the process of how we filmed outside. And he'll explain to you not only how safe we were, but what he actually did with some of the filming. Here's David.
When we decided to present a Midsummer Night's Dream, we had to figure out how to do it within the constricts of the CDC, the state of Pennsylvania, and the township's rules regarding, having people congregate in the midst of this pandemic. So the first consideration is maybe we should just do this as entirely a Zoom presentation. The idea of having the actors at home as we rehearse them, and then having these little boxes and kind of bouncing back and forth between the boxes, having them film themselves at their home saying their lines. Shakespeare at best is a little confusing. At worst, it's terribly confusing. And the thought of doing it as a Zoom presentation kind of was a little perplexing to us as to how we would be able to present this as a cohesive piece. So the second thought was, well, things are opening up a little bit. Perhaps we could actually do it outside. Perform it live, have people socially distance, in the field we did it in. Unfortunately, that was not to be. The rules hadn't lessened up that much. So the third idea was, why don't we videotape it? And then I can edit it together and work as a cohesive piece. So in working with the township guidelines, CDC guidelines, which at the time allowed us to go outside with groups of no more than 25, we agreed to keep them to groups of 10, including the crew. Required everybody to wear masks until they were actually on tape, and they only took their mask off to film the piece. In addition, we required everybody to take their temperature for 2 weeks prior to us getting together the film. Their temperature was taken every day. They had to sign certifications that said they hadn't been exposed to COVID or been in any situation where they could have been exposed to COVID. And with that, we took other safety precautions, obviously having sanitation equipment around. When it came time to use props, we had duplicate props, so nobody had to touch each other's props, even though we sanitized them in between. And we took all kinds of precautions. One of the things you're going to see in presenting a piece, it's a piece about love. How do you have lovers show affection? If this was staged, they could touch each other, they could get close to each other, they could look each other in their eyes. You'll see how we cleverly did that. While the actors were really no more than 8 feet, close to each other when we were doing it. Which brings me to the other way I kind of cheated a little bit. I use trick photography. One is within the editing, where it appears as if somebody's talking to each other. The reality is they were just standing there doing their lines into the camera, while the other person was off stage or off camera with a mask on, repeating the counter lines to it. And then we would reverse the process. So when you edit it together, it looks like they're talking to each other. And I also use a little other trick called the long lens, where I had a lens, a zoom lens, that I zoomed all the way in, put people 8 feet behind each other, but when the picture appears, it looks as if they're compressed. And it allows us to do things like the chink in the hull, where you see Bottom looking through the chink. He was 8 feet behind, even though it looks like he's up there looking through that hull. So with those kind of tricks and editing tricks, I was able to piece this together when nobody really was closer than the 6 feet that was required, and more likely 8 feet. You'll see through the presentation. And lastly, I used some green screen trickery as well. In fact, Debbie and I aren't really standing here together. It was a green screen. We shot our pieces independently, and then through editing, I put it back together. So thank you for tuning in today, and please enjoy Everybody's Theater Company's presentation of William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Hi, I'm here to introduce you to A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. You'll see a furious fairy king, 4 frustrated human lovers, and 6 abominable actors trying to put on a play. Where do I fit in? I'm a changeling, a human child adopted by the fairy folk. My mother died when I was born, so the fairy queen Titania brought me up. Now I'm her page. I will answer her and wait on her. King Oberon already has his own page, a troublemaking elf named Robin Goodfellow, also called Puck. But King Oberon wants me to be his page, too. I'd rather run for the forest with King Oberon and his goblins, but Queen Titania won't let me. When the fairy king and queen quarrel, you better watch out. Next are 4 young lovers. They're all members of the Athens Country Club. Hermia loves Lysander, and he loves her too. But Hermia's mother wants her to marry Demetrius. Hermia can't stand Demetrius, but Hermia's friend, Helena, loves him. Demetrius used to be in love with Helena, but now he's in love with Hermia. And now our wretched actors. Peter Quince, the tennis pro, Nick Bottom, the golf caddy, Francis Flute, the groundskeeper, Robin Starveling, the gardener, Tom Snout, the maintenance worker, and Snug, the lifeguard. They've never put on a play before, but they're going to do it now to celebrate the reign of the great Theseus, Duke of Athens, and Hippolyta, Queen of the Amazons. When all these unlikely characters meet in a magical forest, the result can only be a wild Midsummer Night's Dream.
Fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on.
4 days will quickly sleep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time.
Go, Philostrate, stir up pomp, triumph, and revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news of thee?
Full of vexation come I against my daughter, Hermia. Demetrius hath my consent to marry her, but Lysander hath filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience to stubborn harshness. And, my gracious duke, if she will not consent to marry Demetrius, I beg the ancient law of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, either to Demetrius or to her death.
What say you, Hermia?
I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die, or to abjure forever the society of men.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield to my certain right. You have her mother's love. Let me have Hermia's. You marry her.
True, he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him.
Demetrius spoke love to Helena, and she, sweet lady, dotes upon him.
I must confess I have heard so much, thought to have spoken to Demetrius thereof, but my mind did lose it. Fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your mother's will. Now come, Hippolyta, Demetrius, Aegeus, come along. I must employ you in some business.
The course of true love never did run smooth. I have a widow aunt of great revenue. Her house is 7 leagues from Athens. There may I marry thee. Steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the woods where I did meet thee once with Helena, there will I wait for thee.
My good Lysander, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee. Godspeed, fair Helena. Call you me fair? Demetrius loves you. Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and I shall fly this place.
Tomorrow night through Athens' gates we steal.
And in the woods we shall meet, and from Athens turn away our eyes. Farewell, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius.
I'll tell Demetrius of Hermia's flight, then to the wood tomorrow night pursue her. And, with this information, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, for herein mean I to enrich my pain to have his sight hither. I'm back again.
Our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you. Call forth your actors.
Nick Bottom, the caddy, you are set down to play Pyramus, a lover that kills himself most gallantly for love. Oh.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes.
Francis Flute, the groundskeeper, you must play Thisbe.
Nay, Faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
It's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Oh, Pyramus, my lover dear.
No. You must play Pyramus, and you flute Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the gardener, you will plead the narrator.
The narrator?
Ugh! Snug the lifeguard, you the lion's part. Hey!
Wake up!
Snug the lifeguard, you the lion's part.
Have you the lion's part written? Give it to me, for I am slow of study.
It's nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I'll do any man's heart good to hear my roaring.
No, you must play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, and therefore you must play Pyramus.
Please, sweet Lily Bottom,
Please.
Well, I will undertake it.
I'll email your parts to you, learn them by tomorrow night, and meet me in our rehearsal space in the wood by moonlight. There we will rehearse.
There will we rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect.
spirits.
Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through brush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green.
I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Our queen and all our elves come here.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. But room fairy, here comes Oberon, and here my mistress.
Ill met thee by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon. Fairy skip hence, I have forsworn his company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am I not thy lord?
Oh, then I must be thy lady.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away.
Well, go thy way. Puck, fetch me the magic flower that I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make man or woman fall madly in love with the next live creature that it sees. I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing that she waking looks upon, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here?
I love you not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and Hermia? Get thee gone! Do I not in plain truth tell you I love you not?
For that I do love you more. I am your spaniel. Burn me, strike me, neglect me. Only give me leave to follow you.
I am sick when I look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on thee.
I'll run from thee, and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beast.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you.
Farewell, nymph. Ere he leaves this grove, he shall seek thy love.
Here it is.
I know a place where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, and with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove, a sweet Athenian lady in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes. Do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady.
Fear not, your servant shall do so. Play me now to sleep.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Is all our company here?
This green plot shall be our stage. Come, rehearse your parts. Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe! Thy flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odorous! Odorous!
Thisbe, thy flowers of odorous savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark! A voice! Stay thou but here a while, and by I will appear to thee.
May I speak now? Aye, for he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again. Ah, Pyramus! most lily white of hue.
Pyramus, enter. Pyramus, enter. Your cue has passed.
I were, fair Thisbe, if I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! We are haunted! Help! Help!
Why do they run away?
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee? Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated. Oh.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I shall sing, so they shall know I'm not afraid. Oh, I am 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 not afraid. The weasel-cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with his quill. Oh, I am not afraid. 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 The finch, the lark, the sparrow, and the plain-song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, and he does not say nay. Oh, I am not afraid. Oh, I am not afraid. Oh, I am not afraid. Oh, I am not afraid.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed? Oh, I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that, and yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither, but, I have wit enough to get out of this wood.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. And I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee. Cobweb and Thistleweed, ready.
And I.
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Feed him with apricots and dewberries. Nod to him and do him courtesies. Hail, mortal.
Hail.
Come lead him to my bower.
I forgot our way. Will rest us, Hermia.
Be it so. Go find you out of bed, for upon this bank will I rest my head.
Weed of Athens he doth wear.
This is he, my master said.
Curse the Athenian maid.
Upon thine eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe.
Stay! Though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
Do not haunt me.
Oh.
Helena, I love thee.
Wherefore I was to this mockery born.
Hast thou latched the Athenian's eyes?
Aye, my lord.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Hermia!
Demetrius?
Why rebuke you him that loves you so?
If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, kill me too.
I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, Or is he dead for aught I can tell?
From thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no. Ugh.
Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Go, find Helena of Athens, bring her here. I'll charm Demetrius' sight.
Then two will at once woo one. That must be sport alone.
And those things do best please me that fall preposterously.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand.
And the youth mistook by me. Lord, what fools these mortals be! You do advance your cunning more and more.
Oh, Helena! Goddess, perfect, divine!
Oh, I see your own bent set against me for your merriment.
You are unkind, Demetrius, for you love Hermia.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. If I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to Helena is home returned.
Oh. Lysander, why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay when love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love for fair Helena.
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
She is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive all three fashion this false sport of me. Injurious Hermia, ungrateful maid.
I am amazed at your words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not said Lysander to follow me and praise my eyes and my face, and made your little Demetrius call me goddess?
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny Tartar, out! Helena, I love thee. By my life, I do.
I say, I love thee more than he can do.
You juggler! You thief of love! What have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Aye, that way goes the game. What, have you prevailed with him because of your height? How low am I? Thou painted maypole, not so low but that my nails can reach into thine eyes!
Ah! Let her not hurt me! Let her not strike me!
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, she shall not.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little! Nothing but low and little! Why must you let her flout me thus? Let her come to me.
Get thee gone, you dwarf, you bead, you acorn.
Speak not of Helena. Never show love to her.
Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
Your hands are quicker than mine for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed, and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I, therefore, Robin, overcast the night with drooping fog.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius?
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou? Thou coward, follow my voice.
He goes before me, and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone.
Ho, 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 coward! Why comest thou not?
Where art thou?
Oh, weary night, abate thine hours, that I may back to Athens by daylight.
yet but 3? Come one more. 2 of both kinds make up 4.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye remedy.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. How I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Now I have the boy. I will undo the hateful imperfection of her eyes. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love. Gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of the Athenian slain. Come, my queen, take hands with me.
This is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander. This Demetrius is, and this Helena. I wonder of their being here.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May. But Aegeus, is this not the day Hermia should give answer for choice?
It is, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle conquered?
I came here with Hermia. Our intent was to be gone from Athens.
Enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head.
My lord, fair Helena told me of their purpose in this wood, and I in fury followed them, Helena following me. But by some power, my love for Hermia is melted as the snow. The object of mine eyes is only Helena. To her shall I forever be more true.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. Away with us to Athens 3 and 3 to hold a feast in great solemnity.
When my cue comes, call me forth and I will answer. Quince? Starveling? Snout? Flute? Stolen hence and left me here asleep. I have had a dream. Ask the widowed man to say what dream it was. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste his
his tongue to report what my dream was. I shall get Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet? He could not be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he comes not, then the play goes forward not, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he simply hath the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
And the best person, too. He is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is a thing of naught.
Master, the Duke is coming from the wedding, and there are 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our play had gone forward, we had all been made men.
Where are these hearts?
Oh, what a most happy hour!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you, I'm no true Athenian.
Tell us, sweet Bottom.
Not a word from me. All I can tell you is, get your apparel together, meet in the palace garden, and eat no onions or garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath.
Oh, yay!
Come the lovers will join her. Philostrate, master of revels.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what have you this evening?
Here is a brief. Make choice.
The Battle of the Centaurs. The Ride of the Tipsy Bacchanals. Thrice 3 Muses mourning. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief. We'll hear that play. Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man doth present Wall, and this grisly beast, Lion by name. In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, am a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a cranied hole or chink through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did often whisper very secretly.
Bottom enters, dressed as Pyramus.
Oh, night! I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot, and thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall that stands between her father's ground and mine, show me thy chink.
The wall makes a circle with her thumbs and forefingers and holds it out for Pyramus to peek through.
Thanks, courteous wall.
The wall bows elaborately and awkwardly.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink.
Flute enters, dressed as Thisbe.
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Ninus, man, Ninus.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway? Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Bottom and flute exit in different directions.
Thus have I, wall, my part being discharged so, and thus being done, thus wall away, doth go.
Snout bows and leaves. Snug, dressed as a lion, stumbles in.
Know that I, one Snug the lifeguard, am a lion.
Flute
flute enters, pretending to be a timid Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's too. Where is my love?
Snug the lion roars and stares, who drops her cloak and runs off. The lion picks up the cloak, shakes it around a bit, then drops it and goes off. Pyramus enters, picks up the cloak, sees the bloodstains on it, and thinks Thisbe is dead.
Oh, dainty duck! Oh dear. Thy mantle good. What? Stained with blood? Since lion hath deflowered my dear, I die thus.
He stabs himself, greatly exaggerating his death scene.
Now I am dead. Now I am fled. My soul is in the sky. Now die. 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 Die.
Pyramus finally falls. Thisbe enters and finds him.
Asleep, my love? What dead? My dove! Come, blade, my breast imbrue, and farewell, friends, thus Thisbe ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Thisbe stabs herself with Pyramus's dagger and falls.
Fine tragedy and notably discharged. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12, lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time.
Now the hungry lion roars and the wolf behowls the moon. And we fairies that do run from the presence of the sun now can frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house.
Through the house give glimmering light, every elf and fairy sprite.
Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we dance and bless this place.
Think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend, if you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call, so good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.